In a Lincoln's Day address to a gathering of 10,000 before the memorial to the great emancipator in Washington, President Truman strongly advocates freedom and equality for all United States citizens.
Recent events in the United States and abroad have made us realize that it is more important today than ever before to ensure that all Americans enjoy these rights. When I say all Americans, I mean all Americans. Our immediate task is to remove the last remnants of the barriers which stand between millions of our citizens and their birthright. There is no justifiable reason for discrimination because of ancestry, or religion, or race, or color.
Townsend Plan enthusiasts prepare for a new assault on the public treasury as they gather on Capitol Hill to do some mass lobbying. The plan, which had its birth during the Depression, would guarantee $100 monthly to every person over 60, to be financed by a 3% income tax. Dr. Townsend, at left, high priest of the plan, is on hand to lead his followers after years of eclipse while the nation was at war. And now the battle is on again. It is carried to the very threshold of Congress, where the faithful whoop it up for a tax and spend economy which they think will bring prosperity to America. The French National Assembly wrestles with post-war problems, and the gendarmes wrestle with demonstrating radical members of labor unions. They are violently protesting government attempts to freeze prices and wages and to stabilize French economy. A series of strikes has been the answer of the large Communist Party. No holds are barred as the police really tangle with a demonstrator who doesn't know when he's licked. Paris, focal point in a Europe torn by conflicting ideologies, is constantly tense and ready for anything. But in the midst of turmoil and tottering governments, there is one spot that never changes. The Seine still has its fishermen, who have only a shrug of the shoulder for the political rioters who delay the rebirth of France.
Addressing a meeting in Faneuil Hall in Boston, Dr. Carl T. Compton, chairman of President Truman's Commission on Universal Military Training, tells why he believes in a program of preparedness for the United States.
Since the United States will not be an aggressor nation, the place and type of war, if we should be engaged in one, will be set by the enemy. This means that any program of military preparedness must be comprehensive, because if there are weak elements in our armor, those will be the points at which a skillful enemy will strike. Only by a system of universal military training in which every young citizen performs this service to his country for preparation to meet its possible needs can we see any possibility for maintaining our armed forces with strength and reserves adequate to face the possibility of war. If we desire to secure peace, it must be known that we are at all times ready for war. It was in line with this principle that Washington advocated, as Mrs. Patton has said, a system for universal military training for our country. It is for the same reason that we advocate it now, and we believe that the argument for it is stronger now than ever before because of the character of modern warfare, and that universal military training will remain a component of any adequate system of military security until such time as the United Nations have established an international police force with adequate powers and without weakening limitations.